Don't mind us there. Welcome, guys. This is season
Whoops.
4 of Turn or Tier 1. And I'm your host, Van Beats, joined by the owner of Ark himself, Pfeiffer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Albert Park. Good day.
Yep, we're gonna have an interesting race today. We have a ton of quality drivers here in Tier 1, so it's gonna be
A lot of
interesting
movement
to see.
between seasons. A lot of roster changes. We've had, I think overall 6 new drivers. Is it
We
joining
have
Tier 1 full
Critical.
time?
Yeah, Critical moved up, Kia moved up, Chipsy, The Hill, and I believe Jordan?
Doth.
Doth,
Doth
yeah.
Da Hoist. Yeah. And then you have Guzman taking a full time seat. And he's pretty quick on the pad, but he just switched over to the wheel, so we'll see what happens there. You have Persian King taking a full time seat in Tier 1 after being a reserve driver last season. And a newcomer to our league, Chen, who joined us for a Tier 2 race and was absolutely blistering fast.
Yep, Chen is very scary for sure, and we're going to see how the drivers deal with him. But let's see what happens tonight. It could be a rain qualifying or a rainy race. We'll have to see what happens.
Yep. And as soon as we load in, I will be jumping out of the chat, going to find a weather report for us.
All right. Just waiting for Rogue to load in. Yeah, there's a lot of quality here tonight, so it's really not set in stone who can win. We'll have to see what the qualifying times are going to be before we can make any judgments for sure. And here we go. So
Be right back.
we're looking at a dry quality session, but let's find out what will happen in the race. Hopefully, Clive can give us some juicy info here. And let's set all the stuff.
Have a clear qualifying and a full wet race.
Oof.
So
Like heavy rain all the way.
rain across the boards. Jeez, everyone's getting rain this season.
Yep, if you guys did not know already, there has been weather changes that have definitely sparked a little bit of drama, but we're going to see how that works in this short season. And yeah, so
Yep,
tier 1 will be racing in full wet conditions, Tier 2 will be racing in half dry, half wet. This will be an interesting one.
Tier 3 did already start their season, and they had a clear day in Australia.
They were the
I'm
lucky
glad
ones.
they didn't have any rain. They had enough to deal with.
So Sahil, first one out, per usual. He was doing that in Tier 2 as well, and we're going to have to see what he can do in Tier 1.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him for sure to see how he holds up here, our Tier 2 champion, and just hope he puts in a good top 10 performance today. I think he'd be pleased with that.
I believe that is Jordan who just passed him.
Once again, my game is giving me the beautiful, awful gamma problem.
Really...
So I'm trying to sort that out so I can see the screen. So it looks like the racing point, is that the Toro Rosso or the Red Bull? I can never, it's the Red Bull, right? Yeah, can never tell the dots. And the Haas will be getting ready here to go out on their first lap. I'm going to ride along with Sahil and see how he does on his first lap out.
I'm sorry guys, I had to remove a tab. I think it's causing some lag in my game, but here we go. Jordan's going to be the first one to set a hot lap of the night here. Let's see what he can do in the racing point. Coming up to turn 1, he gets a pretty good turn 1, doesn't invalidate. It's really easy to invalidate that corner sometimes. He comes with the first DRS. Babu lets him out of the way, that's good, but he has a very awkward turn 3 there. Decent
nice line
so
through
far.
4.
They are called AlphaTauri, but this is still F1 2019, so we have to call him Romero just for a couple more weeks. So let's see how Jordan will handle this next turn here. It's very difficult to get this one Right, sometimes you can overshoot it or undershoot it. Let's see what he does. Gets a pretty good line into there. Overall, a decent lap for the first one of the night so far.
Looks like Rogue has scrubbed his hot lap, or unless that's still his out lap, and allowed the Ferrari to come through. Gore coming through. Looks like Of the Hood had to get out of the way in the Renault and let a couple drivers through before the finish line.
And Jordan catches some grass, but he will set the time of 1:20.6. That's actually very fast, for sure. And let's find anyone else on the lap here. So Hill gonna end his lap, put in a 21.9.
Oh, beautiful. Nice job. 21.9.
Gore goes faster than Jordan by 1/10, 20.5. Gore, reigning champion of Tier 1. Let's see if we can catch anyone else on a hot lap. Babu's on one right now. He's into turn 5 or 6. Takes a little bit wide.
Critical's out on the hards right now, I notice.
Yep, I see that as well. I wonder... No, actually, never mind. I was going to say, I wonder if that comes with any strategy, but I realize it's all wet, so...
Yes, no, it's a mistake, clearly. You know, you don't mean to do that with the hards. You don't even think about it sometimes. You just hit the button and lock in, and the next thing you know, you're rolling out of the pit, and you see those white stripes on the side of your tires, and then you decide to stay out for another lap.
So Babu's lap time will be interesting. I believe he's trying out no ABS this season and a lower something else, I forgot. But he said it in chat. We'll have to see how he does here. He will set a time of 22.5, so there's still time for him to improve. Only 2 seconds behind Gore, good enough for 6 at the moment. Figlin also, I believe, drops some assists as well. He's sitting at 22.8, and let's see what Critical can do on those hards. If they kind of almost lost balance into turn 5 there, or 6.
And Chipsy's about to wrap up a hot lap.
Yep, Chipsy is one to watch out for as well here. Won the last Tier 2 race 10 days ago, but wasn't good enough for the actual championship win, unfortunately, so he'll be looking to really push hard this season. And he'll set a time of a 21.7. Good enough for 3rd position at the moment, but still 1 second behind Jordan and Gore. Chen.
Mr. Chen.
Yep.
Mr. Chen. I just said Mr. Chen. MRL Chen.
With a 20.4, so 110 faster than Gore there, so that's going to be a battle to watch for sure. And Critical going to cross the line here as he comes to the final corner. Going to lose his deployment at the last second. Almost at a 27.6, understandable on those hards for sure. See who else can we watch? Borat on a lap here.
Every time I come to Rogue, he's not on a hot lap. You know, he must be invalidating or losing, not getting the line he wants.
Borat wanted to talk about as well. I believe he just woke up from a nap, so we'll have to see how that affects his driving.
A little power nap for Borat.
Coming up to Kusaman, who lets him by. Taps the wall a little bit. Hopefully that didn't cost him that much time here.
Commentator's curse.
It's a really nice
Critical's gone and done another lap on the hards.
I think he just said it, so he might be coming in unless he wants to take the time to warm up. And Borat coming into the...
Well, he's lost it. He's into the wall.
Ooh, let's see that real quick. Yep. Can't see his image at the moment. Has not updated, but...
It's not moving. Come on, what are you doing? Move. You gotta move.
Yeah, he has to be careful, otherwise he will get disqualified for...
And he's got a train coming through now. He had time to get back on track there.
Someone else off as well? Yeah, someone else is off.
Yes.
That is Ruda, I think. Yep. And this almost the same position as Critical here.
No,
he attached to someone at the end. Who was that? I could not see that. Was that Sahil?
Mercedes.
Ruda gets a 5 grid penalty for collision with Sahil. Let's see, does the hill any
Sahil.
damage?
Oh,
The hill does not have any damage, but Ruda will still pick up that penalty, and I think that might be rightly deserved. He kind of came a bit on track. Maybe he just didn't time it correctly or didn't think he would hit someone, but that is not good to see for Ruda at all.
and critical is now coming in. Hopefully he'll get those softs on and go out for a hot lap. Figlin's going to stay out.
I'm gonna stay on board with trying to catch Doff here. He's on the lap here as one of the Renaults lets him by. I think that was
Sahil lets Fig through.
Doff was pretty pacey in Tier 2, so it's gonna be interesting to see what he can do here in Tier 1. Ton of time.
Figlin's having a good lap right now.
I will get to Fig in just a second, but Doff is actually also having a really good one as well. Oh, actually he invalidated. So let's see what Fig can do here. And I think we're going to see a lot of incidents happen after turn 11 and 12. That fast left-right turn, for sure. Especially in the wets. If these people have not practiced... Oh, Rogue almost gets in the way of Figlin there. Luckily, he didn't cost him that much time, I think, or any time at all. Gore puts up the fastest lap. 1:10 faster than Chen again. 20.3.
They're trading tenths.
Figlin will set a 22.3. Good enough for 9th at the moment.
That does move up. He moved up 2 spots on that one.
So Doff invalid. I'm going to watch Tack here as he starts his hot lap here, my former teammate of last season. Let's see what he can do in that Toro Rosso.
I'm riding with Righteous as he's about to cross the line to finish a hot lap. Let's see if he'll improve. Yes, he does. He goes up into 4th with a 121.223. Nice lap from Righteous Fire.
I know Tack's been practicing, so it's going to be interesting to see kind of lap times he can set here. Something to keep a note is most of the drivers will have wet setups for this quali, considering that you said it's a full wet race, so it will affect their time just a tad bit. I don't think normally we would see a lot of people in the 22s, so that's a factor to play in. Something to keep in your mind as you're watching these times.
Ladies and gentlemen, a miracle on track has happened. TactXO has his telemetry data on. Thank you, Tac. Thank you.
Let's see what he can do. He's coming up to the final few turns here. Touches the gravel, misses the apex there, so that's going to cost him quite a bit of time, but let's see if he has a good exit coming out of here. It's a decent one. Let's see what time he can set. I think it's going to be a 22-ish? Almost 21.8. Good enough for 10th at the moment. Let's see, the final person to set a lap is going to be Ruda and Off the Hood. They haven't set any times. There's 6 minutes left, so no more room for error for these two here. They have to set a lap soon. Ruda has that 5-grid penalty, so he's going to want to gain as many positions as possible. You see anything?
I thought I saw a car spinning. I thought I did. It was, the car just glitched going into the pit, and it looked like it was spinning. So I got excited. All right, Bort. He's winding one up now. Ruda
has a really excellent turn 11 and 12 there, and I think he's going to stay a decent lap overall. That's just a little bit of gravel that shouldn't lose him that much time. He gets a good turn into the apex there, and let's see how his exit out of this last turn is. It's pretty well, and let's see what time he can set. I think we're going to see someone in low 21. Nope, at 20.9. Good enough for 4th. He will have to lose 5 positions though, so that's something to keep an eye out for. And maybe with Off the Hood in just a moment as he starts his lap sooner. And let's see, Bort is on a lap. Let's see what he can do, how he can improve here. He has to improve by at least 3 attempts if he wants to gain a position from Chipsy.
Terry's out there now pushing through Sector 3, so he'll be coming home shortly for a hot lap.
Borat, good enough for 4th place at the moment, 20.8. The 5th person of the night to hit the 20s, and I think we'll definitely see. Oh, someone just went faster. That's going to be changing, going very, what's it?
A 10th fat? Wow.
Not even 10th, but it's very close with Gore there, and I'm going to be on board with Off the Hood as he's in the middle of Sector 2, coming into Sector 3. Yeah, but the competition this season is very close.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a season.
There's no.
We're doing a shortened 5-week season here for season 4 as we get ready to transition over to the F1 2020 release, which will begin the 2nd week of the game's life. We hope. You know, we just want to make sure that there's no netcode issues or anything like that when we start out.
Off the Hood puts himself into 9th place at the moment with a 21.2. It's very competitive right now from 7th all the way to 11th there. Sahil up on top of that midfield group right now. Will the battle between him and Gypsy continue on in Tier 1? That's the question there. And I'm going to watch Critical as he's actually going to set a real lap now on those softs here. Currently sitting in last position.
So he'll back out on a fresh set on his out lap right now, so it's going to be a minute before he starts. Dot Hoist is just starting a hot lap. Looks like everyone on track is just starting their last hot laps.
And Critical about to finish his lap. He will sit in a 23.4, only good enough for one more position. Goosey Man in the pits. I believe this is the time to get out of the pits now if you want to set a lap around now.
And Goosey's struggling down in 18th right now.
This man is coming out, and he is on a wheel, so this is his first time on the wheel, I believe.
I think it is, yeah. I think it is his first F1 race on the wheel. Though he did do his dirt rallies, all of his rallies this week on the wheel.
I'm currently watching Dot right now. He's sitting in 6th. I know he can improve for sure. Let's see if he can set in into the 20s there. Maybe grab a cheeky 4th place or 5th. Well, he will be.
He'll just started a hot lap.
And yeah, Sahil is well doing excellent, honestly, for his first Tier 1 race. He was kind of nervous that he wouldn't be that fast, but there he is, sitting in 7th right now. Not too far off top of the grid there. Let's see what time Doc can put. He will do good enough.
Goes into the 120s.
He does, but it's not good enough to gain a position, unfortunately. Yeah. But he still
stayed right where he was.
20s there, and let's see. Sahil, he invalided, I guess, because he had 0 ERS. And let's see who else is on a lap. Everyone is pretty much on a lap here. It's gonna be hard to tell who to watch for sure. Bruda's gonna be looking to gain any more positions he can. That 5 good place penalty. Let's see, everyone is on an out lap right now. I really don't think anyone's actually been a real one. Maybe Righteous? Yep, I think Righteous is doing one. Righteous and Gore sitting in the Ferrari again this season. Righteous doing a decent job so far. Definitely think he can improve for sure. 20 seconds left in quali. Who will be able to set a lap here? We have a couple people on the out laps. Will it be enough time to do one though?
Excuse me.
It's a yellow free sector 5. It's going to be the McLaren, I believe, with Critical, who's just getting out of the way for people.
There's going to be a lot of traffic out there. Everybody's going for one right now.
Yeah, and I don't think someone's going to miss out. Yep, it's going to be Off the Hood who misses out. I believe Kia missed out as well, or one of the Red Bulls, but that's unfortunate to see. And let's see what Righteous can set here. Can he put himself just a little bit higher?
He didn't enable his DRS. There he goes.
21.
Yeah, that's good. That hurt him.
He'll set 1 lap faster, but Sahil's also on a lap here, so Sahil will have a chance to pass him just a moment here.
Here comes Chipsy.
Chipsy about to finish his lap, try to get the... Oh, gets faster than both Righteous and Sahil, so Sahil potentially could jump up 2 positions right at the end here.
Here he comes.
Here he comes, activates the DRS, and let's see what he gets. He will set... Oh yes, even better than
Very
Doff.
nice to hear. Well done.
Into the 20s.
Into the 120s.
Doff, of course, still on the lap though. He regained that position, and Doff actually spins into the wall in sector 3. That is something we've talked about, actually, me and him, and sector 3 can be a pain sometimes. Ruda hits the gravel again.
Bork grabs another 10th, but stays right where he was.
Chenjin goes even faster, picks up pole position with a 20.1, and can Ruda go any faster to make sure he doesn't lose that much? Yes, he does. He will start in 8th or 9th, one of those. And yeah, that's quality for us here, as Doff is struggling to get back on track. Doesn't want to hit any cars and get his own penalties here.
Ooh.
So this is your starting
just had a
order.
little moment there. Penultimate turn. It's going to slow him down a little bit.
That's his AI, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
He already crossed. My bad.
But yep, Chenjin will start out on pole with W Gore as starting alongside him in the first row. Jordan and Ruda, or not Ruda, Borat will be joining on the second row. And then you will see Sahil and Doff in the third. So it's going to be interesting to watch Sahil in his first Tier 1 race here. What can he do? It's going to be full wet, so honestly anything can still happen. We're going to have to find out tonight who was the most prepared for these wet conditions. And I know for a fact Gore loves wet conditions, so he's definitely maybe one of my favorite choices right now, but Chenjin could also be a threat later on. Let's find out as we head into the race.
You know, sometimes when Score gets away, you know, that's it. He's gone, and it'd be interesting to see if somebody can, you know, stay with him and don't allow him to build those gaps that he's known for building.
There you can see Ruda getting that collision with Sahil. Pretty good penalty early on. So go ahead and put in the chat if you are here, who do you think is going to win the race? Remember, it's going to be full wets. There it is, the rain is coming down, a sight that me and Fife will see Sunday night for sure.
Can't wait.
Ooh, has been preparing. I know Tack has, but has anyone else? I have no idea. Gore is not a bad pick at all. He's very reliable if you do bet him to win. Here we go. We're going to start the formation lap in just a moment here. And I don't know why. Wrong tires. Everyone should be on the wets. I'm not sure if we'll see light rain conditions. I'm not too sure. We'll have to see, but yeah. Hopefully we're in for a good one here. Lap 1 will definitely be very interesting. Turn 1 will be interesting.
Yep. Hopefully everybody takes it extremely slow. Just get through those first couple of turns and get into the groove. Have an incident-free first lap. Whoa. Even on the formation lap, things look squirrely right now.
Yeah, because, I mean, for some people this might be their first time in the rain, but I know in the practice session they did beforehand. They did have some rain conditions, so maybe they had a little bit of time to get up to speed in the wets. I believe the average lap time we should see on the wets is around 144-ish, I think.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because I did some practice in the race conditions on the wet, so I think that's around that, but I am pretty slow as well, so I'll have to see what Chenshin can do. I think it's around that. Maybe 41s.
That is some 140s. Wow. Do have a couple people back on the grid. Must have had some contact.
I would not doubt it, considering it's very slippery out there. So Ruda starting in 9th. Actually, he's part of the group that just fell back into the grid here. Tak starting in 14th, somewhere he was not starting at the end of last season. He'll have some work to do to climb back up the grid there. Here they come. More people have actually settled back onto the grid. Jordan.
Maybe some people just were like, this is the long formation lap in the rain. I'm just going to end it right here. Go back to the grid. Run and grab a drink.
I'd be surprised if someone could take a sip in the rain.
Those straightaways, you know, they're even longer in the rain.
Here we go. We're about to get started here in the first round of Season 4 in Tier 1. Just gonna try finding the best camera angle I can. Here we go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and we're off and away we go in Melbourne. Let's see who can have the best of starts. What kind of turn 1 action will we see here? As Borat taking up
Visibility
already.
is awful.
Yeah, look at that. I'd hate to be in the middle of that track here. And we're coming into turn 1. Looks like it's all good so far. We do have some people going wide. Oh, there's 3 wide people going on. Oh, we're seeing yellow flags already, and it's been pretty clean so far, but it's definitely pretty terrifying for all these drivers right now. There's a lot of visibility issues here, but they are taking it slow coming into turn 3 here. Well done so far. Gypsy almost messing up. He will let Thierry through. And these cars are going slow at the moment. No one wants to risk anything major. No damage, no nothing here. And Gypsy now losing out 2 positions to that mistake he had earlier. Someone is off. It is critical. Off into last place at the moment. He's not moving. And let's go back up the grid real quick. Chenjin and Gord have not exchanged positions. And Chenjin's already 1 second faster. Borat, though, gaining a couple. He's sitting at the 3rd right now. Sahil into 4, fighting Jordan right now, going side by side. This is a dangerous place to go side by side. Who will chicken out first? It's going to be Sahil letting him by at the moment. Smart decision to sit behind him, try to get a better overtake later if you can here. And the fight moves on as Thierry is looking for the position 5 and 4 maybe. Thierry is a very excellent driver, and we know it's possible for him to have a good race here, and it looks like he's looking for that move already as we're seeing a quick little lag here. It's fine though. Let's look at in the midfield here.
You got Off the Hood closing up pretty close on Righteous at the moment.
No one else really taking any risks at the moment. Understandable.
And there you go. 144 is the fastest lap. Good call, Van.
I think they're going to go a little bit more faster here as that was the starting lap. But Kia right now up 5 places. He started in 16th. He's sitting in 11th. What can he do? Oh, as Rogue almost makes a mistake. He almost lost control of his car, and that's going to allow Kia to make the overtake on Rogue. Rogue now. Oh, and he taps into Kia. Oh, and they're still tapping into each other.
On the grass right now, too.
Rogue had a big mistake. He had a braking issue there. He did not know when to brake, and he tapped into Kia and then tapped into him again. You hate to see that. Now Tak is the Toro Rosso into 11th right now, and Ruda is the Red Bull in 10th. Biglin in the sandwich between both these drivers here, looking to make some moves himself. And let's see up the field. You see Thierry still behind Jordan and this is Sahil.
Oh, Thierry goes wide into the grass right now.
Jordan makes a mistake, lets Sahil pass, and yep, Thierry again losing out positions like you just said. He went wide. I thought I was watching Thierry. That's
Chipsy came through due to that mistake from Thierry as well.
We're seeing a lot of close action right now, especially in the midfield. Chipsy and Sahil doing an excellent job coming in right from tier 2. Jordan on the back of Sahil.
Oh, I have the engine bug for Jordan. How unfortunate.
Oh, I hate that.
Corrected. And he is chasing Sahil.
But
Ever so
behind
cautiously
Jordan,
through the penultimate turn.
it's Chipsy, and behind Chipsy is Terry, and even behind Terry, you see off the hood, and Chenjing pulls in a 139.1 as his fastest lap, as my graphic does not want to load. So, oh, there it is. But will it show his name though is the question. I don't think. It may be bugged, which is unfortunate, but whatever. Stuff happens, and Figlin now on the move to tack. Looks like
The
Figlin
gaps
has...
are really starting to open up.
Oh, someone's off. That's Rogue. He's spun after turn 2 there. He has 100% wing damage, so he will have to pit soon.
Yep.
And I was about to speak of wing damage. Figlin has 19% on his left and 12, so his lap time.
That's manageable, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, it's definitely manageable.
Maybe.
He'll be struggling for sure.
It is wet.
In a bit. Jordan, Chipsy, Thierry, all still fighting still. Jordan almost makes a mistake. I think he does, and that's going to allow Chipsy to get in front of him. Chipsy and still now fighting from last season now together.
Right here, yeah. Last season's battle, Sahil. Last race of the season coming from the back of the group to win his championship against Chipsy. So they'll be very familiar with one another, but I wouldn't think there's any animosity. And right now they'd probably be willing to help one another out.
This here is Terry, or not Terry, Jordan is kind of laggy. And, oh, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but...
Oh, Terry comes through on him, yeah. Due to the lag, I guess.
Yep, Terry does get through, and I think Jordan might be losing out on another spot to Off the Hood, who's looking to get past him as well. Gore puts up the fastest lap, 39.1 as well.
And Chen set a fastest lap 2 laps in a row here.
Oh, there it goes. The graphic is not working. W Gore, 39.1.
Ooh, sexy graphics.
Ruda, right now he's lost 1 position since he started, but he's looking to get the move done on Righteous as he actually has some weird gearing stuff going on here into turn 4 as I get the engine bug as well, and Kia now is behind Ruda. Rogue retires from the session in the pits, probably due to that very large wing damage he had.
I'm watching Off the Hood right now. He keeps closing up on Jordan and losing him on the corner exits, so hopefully he'll be able to get in range soon and make the move stick.
Gypsy is now behind Sahil. This battle that has started
Very
last
close.
season, it's still continuing on between tiers, and let's see what happens.
Sahil might have just invalidated there. Pretty good battle here for 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 going on.
Yeah, and actually that's a large pile-up from Borat to the rest.
And there's another fastest lap from Chen, just every lap faster than the last, and Righteous is now joining this battle for 4th as well.
That's funny you said it because he's sitting in 9th, so people will be wondering what's going on, but then you realize how big that train is. It's incredible. So 1 mistake
4
from
through
any
9.
driver, and you're down.
Ooh, and Righteous makes one. Righteous is on the grass coming through turn 2 and through turn 2. It allows Ruda to come through on him. So Righteous down into 10th, Ruda up into 9th. And Chen is starting to build that gap now. He's 1.3 seconds ahead of Gore.
Yeah.
And Boar is 8 seconds back of Gore, though.
Honestly, this battle is not even for 4th. It's almost for 3rd now as Sahil's catching up to Borat. Tat gets ahead of Figlin in around turn 2. Actually, no, they're still battling, though. As Figlin gets ahead again. Oh, and Tack is almost tapping the back of Figlin. Luckily, nothing comes out of that. Let's go back up the field here as all these drivers are so close. Anything can happen. One mistake and we might see a virtual safety
I'll keep
car
an eye
now.
on Tack for you. Oh, Tack, big lockup.
This battle between Hill and Chipsy still rages on, and let's see, can Chipsy get the move done? He was looking for something, but decided to go against it. Maybe he thinks he can do a better move on the straight.
So something's wrong with Tact. He's seems he's running lean, and he just gave up the position to Dot Thou Hoist. He did
Chen,
another fastest
yeah,
lap
never
from Chen.
fastest
Jeez.
lap. Chips right now up 2 positions. He started in 7th. See what else he can do in this race. Behind him, he has Terry to worry about, though, as Terry is very close behind here.
And Gore's keeping Chen in sight. The gap on track, it doesn't look as big as it says it is.
This battle is just so intense, you know, like, I would hate to be one of the middle drivers, because you know one tiny mistake in your braking or one bad exit.
It could be, and if it's one of the front runners of this train, it could, you know, cause a crescendo right through the field.
No, actually, we're already seeing a sector 2. That's actually going to be Guzman, so never mind. I thought it was going to be one of Gore or Chenj, as Gore now almost down 3 seconds from Chenj, and Terry will get the move done on Chipsy. Chipsy's going to lose out on a position now.
So he can't seem to get any time back on board the last couple of laps. It's been about 3/4 of a second.
Gotta say, it's been excellent driving between this midfield pack. I mean, no virtual safety car, no actual safety car, and Chenj again picking up fastest lap again. It's just constant right now. Will he set another one? Is the question. The man is on fire tonight. 38.
And he's really building the gap. He's really building the gap now. 2.5 seconds. And Sahil's got Borat down to a half a second now.
Yeah, I think we might potentially see Sahil into that podium.
Watch out, Big Bird. Sahil's coming.
Oh, actually, Ruda has fallen off. Ruda is off. He is backwards on track, and he has to move out of the way. Oh, luckily they got out of the way for him, but he has to make a move soon before he gets disqualified. There's still more traffic coming his way.
Terry just throws it down the inside of Sahil easily.
Okay, he moved. That could have been very bad from Ruda.
And Terry made a move stick on Sahil there last turn. He's up.
Yep, Terry now.
Oh, Terry's sliding. Terry's sliding. He's losing all kinds of drive. Sahil's right on his back.
Phil taps him. And Chipsy now also looking for a move, but I don't think Chipsy will risk it, will he? Don't think he will. Drivers are playing it safe in the rain. It is heavy rain right now. That we're seeing.
Jordan threw on off the hood. Down the inside, closing up on Chipsy as well.
Oh, and taps the wing off the hood. Will that be any damage? I don't think. I don't see it updating. Actually, I don't see any tire.
Yeah, he doesn't have his telemetry data on.
Unfortunate. And let's see. Sahil and Chipsy still near each other, but I think Borat's going to be under threat soon of losing out on third. Terry seems to be on a roll tonight as well. Chipsy, very awkward turn 1 there, as we've seen another mistake by Ruda. We might see both Red Bulls retire tonight, and Guzman is off as well.
The terrain is just so heavy. And Ruda picks up a 3-second time penalty. Down 7 positions now, not having a good night.
Yeah, it's definitely not a good night for Red Bull at all. And Terry now on the back of Borat. Borat will finally have to do some defending after 8 laps of just cruising alone in that third position. Can he keep third position is the question. Chipsy now on the move on Sahil. I think he might have the stun here, but Sahil defending right now. Borat 5th position. They might go side to side here.
Oh, don't do it here.
Oh, Ruda retires.
Ruda, a 5-second penalty. And that's it. Both Red Bulls are out of the session.
Chipsy does not make the move on Sahil, but let's see what Terry can do now. up in the third sector here. And I think my prediction for the pit stop, I think it's around lap 14 is when they would pit again for another wet tire. I think Jordan gets past off the hood in the hairpin. So these two are battling out. And now off the hood and Jordan. Let's see Terry now losing a little bit of time to Borat. Maybe just trying to play it slow.
Big
at
lockup
the
from
moment.
Terry too.
What's going to be interesting is who pits first and who doesn't. Who goes for the underlap. Whatever.
And look at the gap that Terry and Borat took, somehow pulling away 2.5 seconds from the rest of this group here. The gaps are starting to form in that group.
Oh, and
as well.
Borat is now making a big mistake. He goes very slow out of turn 4, and Terry almost looked for the move there, but I don't know if it's me but there's a lot of lag going on sometimes. But it's alright. Terry is still looking for that move, and everyone's honestly looking for the move. Chipsy's still looking for Sahil. I mean, we see off the hood looking for Jordan as he goes wide, and even Righteous is kind of behind, but he'll still be looking for something if he can take it. Terry gets past Borat on the straight here, and Borat now has to do some attacking of its own. No more defending for him. And Borat's tires, his rear tires are at 30%, his fronts are at 16. And we're seeing another crash of a McLaren. I think that might be Babu in sector 2 there. Gypsy lost 1 second to Sahil at the moment. Here you can see Jordan started in 3rd. He's lost 4 positions. Not the best first half of the race you would want, especially from starting that high up the field. Off the hood now, closing in on him as well. So it looks like the main trend for everyone's tires is their rears are going to be more worn. We'll have to see how that affects their laps. So down the grid even more, we see Doff and Fig maybe having a little fight here. Doff looking to overtake Fig if he can.
I imagine the group here in the midfield, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they'll probably, whoever pits first, the rest of them will all go.
We'll have to see what happens. I think it's going to happen in like around 4 or 5 laps. We'll see the first pit stop. Sure.
It's got to be Terry who goes, and then the rest will follow him. They'll all stay out as he stays out.
Overall, not a lot of carnage that we were expecting from a wet race so far.
And Kia is starting to pull back his gap to Righteous a bit.
That he is. We'll see how that evolves later on. And Jordan has caught up to Chipsy. Chipsy has caught up to the hill. We might see a tiny battle happen. Jordan looking to regain 6th position right now. He's going for the inside, but doesn't get anything done out of it at the moment. Saving a lot of ERS. He's on 0 ERS right now. Will he use some into the straight? Doesn't look like he wants to, so I guess he's playing some strategy here with the ERS. Tipsy at 50% ERS, looking to waste it right now, trying to catch the hill. So Hill is quite a bit saved as he's on mode high.
Jordan's right there on Chipsy's backside. This group's getting a little bit tight again.
Yep, even off the hood and Righteous are slowly creeping up on these free drivers here.
Kia must have had a moment. He dropped a second back to Righteous that
Oh,
last
there's
lap.
a incident, I think. It's Guzzi Man and Babushka. Both in turn are sector 3. Looks like they may have had some incident going on. Luckily, there's no safety car, virtual safety car, but
That's a shame for Babu. That is a shame for Babushka because Guzman was a back marker at that point. A lap down.
Yep, I believe there is no ghosting anymore, so maybe that could have been what happened. Maybe they forgot. We'll have to see what happens. Oh, and Babu picks up 10 seconds penalty for exceeding track limits. Ooh.
Oh, Jordan's getting very close to Chipsy
Oh,
here.
yes.
Chipsy leaves the space.
I think Jordan's going to make the move now.
Oh, that's a tight place to do it. Nice try, though.
I think he's just trying to force a mistake into Chipsy and try to overtake him then. Thierry sitting in third already has 3 seconds on Borat here as he passes the back marker of Guzman.
And out at the sharp end of the field, Chen Jay has a 4.5-second lead over Gore, who have a 16-second lead over Terry.
Babu retires. Understand that maybe it was not
Aggravation, perhaps. And there's Guzman.
And Off the Hood
Ghosting is on for the back markers.
Off the Hood is caught up to Jordan now, so he's into this little fight now for fifth. But none of these drivers are making any mistakes. Everyone's playing it pretty safe and clean. No one right now willing to take any risk.
And Borat really wasn't able to hold on to Terry at all. He's already formed a 4-second gap since he passed Borat a few laps back.
Yeah, Terry has done a very excellent job climbing his way up the field.
And you were saying you estimated about lap 14? We're looking at that pit stop?
Yeah, 14, 15, around then.
So this will be my official last thing I do in my house for F1 2019. Next time I speak with all of you and race with all of you, I will be in my new home. Really looking forward to that.
Oh, and Jordan got past Chipsy as Chipsy makes a mistake in sector 3. So he finally has that move done. Reich is also now catching up, so this midfield pack is forming closer again. As Gore actually has pit. Gore has pit. We're going to see how that affects things as he's coming out of the pits now. And third, ahead of Borat now. Borat has to be careful trying not to hit him. And we're going to see how this works for Gore. Will he get the overtake on Chenjin as he pits? We'll have to find out. So here we go. Right now it is 3rd through 9th all super close together, and Borat kind of has a weird turn in the hairpins. The hill maybe looking for something as he goes wide now. Has to be careful not to make his own mistake, and he does slow down, so he will be losing out on quite a bit of time there to Borat. Jordan, though, is looking for a move. He smells blood.
He smells blood. He's trying to make his move stick on Sahil, get in there and get that move done, but it's allowing Chipsy to stay right with him. And Of the Hood's not far back at Chipsy either.
And Righteous is not even that far back either, so...
Yeah. It says a second, but again, it does not look like that much on track.
The stakes
And it updated its 8/10 now.
And I think this is any moment now. I think we'll see Jordan overtake Sahil once he just gets the power down. He finally wasting his ERS finally, so...
Here he comes, here he comes.
Here he comes into the inside. Jordan...
Nice.
Oh, pushes him wide from the awkward turn. It will gain another position. He's on the 5th at the moment. And actually Sahil loses out on 2 as Chipsy got ahead of him now.
Oh, there's some contact there. Sahil makes contact with the back of Above the Hood. A little movement on the car, and Sahil's going to pit now.
And I thought I was looking at Sahil, but apparently that was Off the Hood. But yeah, Sahil loses out on a bunch of positions, and Righteous and him are going to pit now. It's lap 14, and I think we'll see Chenjin pit shortly. Guzman going very slow, trying to get out of the way. And we're seeing, a lot more pits. Gia is pitting now. Let's see what the Toro Rosso crew can do as it actually...
Sahil got held up. Sahil got held up by Righteous is coming out of the pits ahead of him, and Sahil loses a position in the pits.
Oh, you hate to see it. And my pit lane thing did not do anything, so yeah, that's amazing. Guzman retires. I mean, it's understandable. He's been struggling in the last position. But technically he didn't get last, I guess. Hopefully he can work on improving. Takes a little bit of time, but he will get back to his normal pace in no time. So now we have Chipsy on the... actually lost of position to his teammate somewhere in between all this. And Chenjin still not pitting, so Chenjin might be doing some tire saving. Let's actually check on his tires if he has his telemetry on. And it's not, so we won't be able to tell his tire wear at the moment. Looks like Borat is finally pitting. Gordon will not. Off the hood will, and that means Tipsy will have to stay out.
Gore out there on those fresh tires. That's a 137.
Borat picks up
fastest lap.
speeding penalty. Oh, that's going to affect things drastically as Gore setting 37.3 fastest lap on the fresh pair of wets. Gonna go down the grid here as we see Sahil and Righteous now kind of close together. We're gonna pass all these people pitting right now. Yeah, so Sahil actually lost a lot in that pit stop. He's now sitting in 9th.
Whew. Righteous just closed right up on the back of Off the Hood.
Yep, and Sahil's also right on the back as well. We're seeing a sector 2 that's going to be Chipsy into the wall. He's lost his entire wing. Oh no. And he hasn't had the chance to pit, so that pit stop's going to be very long, and it might cost him quite a few positions.
That's too bad for Chipsy.
Oh, Chenjin has pitted, so let's see, can Gore get out in front of him? Let's see how fast this pit stop can be.
I don't think that's going to work. It's going to be close.
Is it?
I don't think it's going to be close at all.
Okay, I don't know if I'm tripping, but I saw a 0.9 on that pit stop, so that was a very fast pit stop, and Chenjin will hold the lead for now. As Thierry now sitting in 2nd will have to pit next lap if he wants to continue on fighting with these guys here, but he may have made a mistake not pitting earlier as Gore.
And it looks like it was the right choice for Gore here because, you know, he's a 10% wear about in the rear tires, but he's got a lot of time back on Chen.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I believe it was a 4-second gap, 4.5-second gap at the pit stop.
Chipsy and Jordan are pitting now. Jordan coming out in 4th, so you'll be happy about that. We'll have to battle Borat though. I think Borat might get ahead of him into turn 1 here. Nope, I don't think he will. But he will have to defend from Borat at the moment as he almost makes a mistake, loses a little bit of balance, but keeps it on track luckily. And these two are going to be fighting right now. Looking for the move here. Gordon overtaking Borat from those pit stops there.
Still watching Borat here. He's so close to Jordan. Oh, he gives him a little tap in the rear just to let him know, hey, I'm still here, man.
And Gore gets past Thierry. I think Thierry will be pitting this lap. Oh, and a big lockup from Borat there, and that might cost him a position. No, actually, never mind. Off the hood was far back, but that could have lost him a position there. And Kia, and oh, Righteous is off! He is spun. I don't know if that was the fault of Kia, because I saw Kia get past him, but Righteous is now spun into turn, I believe, 7, that is. And Doff now will have to avoid that. So that's very unfortunate from Righteous. As Chipsy was falling back to 11th, he also had an incident.
Terry's coming back out of the pits right now.
And I think Terry will hold that 3rd position, and Chipsy picks up a warning now.
Well, 1st and 2nd, no penalties between them. And Gore's made up a little bit of time right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna
so he's a half a second back. He's a half a second back on Chen. Could this be an attack from Gore right now?
Yep, I'm gonna watch Gore now. 12 laps remain.
And Chen's getting a little loose right now. Oh, so does Gore though.
Yep, the thing about wet conditions is you lose focus for just a tad bit, and that could potentially ruin your lap or race. You have to keep your focus up the whole time.
This is the battle we wanted to see right here, folks. 0.3 of a second. Gore and Chen back together with 12 laps to go. Van, I will be back in 1 moment.
Okay. So right now, the only battle we can really spectate right now is Gore. Gia is gaining position or gaining time on Sahil, but we'll have to see how that evolves later on. And it's a bit. I'm still curious to see what Gore can do. He's very experienced in the rain. He has not lost any positions, as you can see there. One pit stop, and let's go down now. It looks like he may not be doing anything just yet. Kia gaining a lot of position since he started the race here. My thing would update. Apparently I'm looking at Sahil, so nope, there we go. Kia started 16th, up 8 positions, so he's doing an excellent job so far this race. He's on the back of his former teammate in Tier 2, Sahil. He'll be looking to get past him if he can. Sahil was having a really good first half of the race, but fortunate with that pit stop. He's fallen back quite a few positions, and I think he is now looking for that move on Sahil, but Sahil not letting him as he cuts onto the inside, but can
former teammates.
Oh, no,
a little contact.
And the rain is still dropping heavy for these drivers. It must be difficult to see once you get really close to someone.
Sahil should just give him a little weave here, just a little hello.
I don't know if he wants to risk it in the rain. Weave and then crash into a wall. Engine picking up fast lap again. 37.1. What a time. And Gore is just
I'm seeing some weird intervals right now between them. I saw 3/10 and then I saw 1 second, so I'm not exactly sure. It does look like it's about 1 second on track right now, though.
Yeah.
Chen's starting to open it up again, starting to build that gap again.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Gore to catch him up. I think Chen is just really good. Kia is losing out on a bit of time to Sahil. But Sahil picks up a time penalty, so that might change things up. And Borat actually losing out of position to off the hood, so Borat now, who started this race in a really good position of third, has fallen to 6th.
With that time penalty right now to Sahil, that puts Kia ahead of him on track virtually.
Well, wets is a tough way to start. The wet conditions action continues on Sunday night, but only for part of the race.
Why do you have to keep bringing it up, man? I've put in no practice. I'm hoping to get some in Friday night and Saturday night.
Let's hit up that 90-minute wet practice. Oh, Gore picks up a penalty. Honestly, it won't affect him, but I think his chances of winning is now slim as Borat.
And there goes Borat taking one as well.
And I think we're going to start seeing more come up. Final few laps, or not really final. Oh, Terry actually picking up.
Terry sets the fastest lap now.
36.9, so yeah. Pretty speedy from these boys right now.
I tell you right now, driver of the day material, Terry up into 3rd.
Yeah, Terry has done a very excellent job. It sucks to see.
But you know, you could point out some other great drives right now. Off the hood up 6 positions, and Kia up 8.
Yeah.
And Kia Marak, his first race with us here in Apollo Racing. He's from a Global Systems Response League, I think was what it was.
Oh my god.
So we're happy to have him.
Yeah, so not much is going on at the moment.
Chat's giving me a hassle for not practicing in the wet. I'm moving, guys. I'm moving. I've been packing every day until 8, 9 o'clock at night. I promise to stay out of everyone's way.
No, crash out my competition, please. Off picking up your time penalty now. Yeah, I think we're gonna see more penalties as people start getting a little bit of fatigue from driving in the rain for so long. I know it can be very tiring, for sure.
He is getting real close to Sahil.
Oh, Gore has made a mistake. He's crashed actually after turn 2 there. Does he have wing damage though? Yes, he does. 100% wing damage.
Yes, full wing damage.
Oh no, I think this might allow Terry to get past him.
The understeer. Oh, he's already on the grass again. Off the hood, 5-second penalty. Things are getting crazy here, folks.
Yeah,
we're going to have a lot of penalties on track to keep track of. Gore is going to the pits.
That is insane. Yeah, so
madness.
There's going to be an interesting end to this full wet race here. Yep. Anything can happen.
Now the question will be, Gore is not going to be able to stay ahead of Terry here on this pit stop. Will he come out behind or ahead of Jordan is the question.
Maybe. I think behind, because he's still struggling on track to even get to the pits. He's still only in Sector 2, and Jordan's not that far back. So I think we might see Gore come out behind either Sahil or Borat. But even then, that's going to be a struggle or a hassle for the pit crew to switch that lane as fast as possible. We'll see what happens.
Gore's almost back. Gore's almost back to the pits now.
He ghosted it into Sahil. And again, actually, I don't know.
Makes a little contact.
I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that's like a connection
issue.
The
over rev. There was I just heard some over rev. So there could be some connection issues. Gore is now going into the pits. He is 12 seconds ahead of Terry, 7 seconds ahead of Jorah.
All right, let's see how long this pit stop will take, and then
he's going to come out in fifth. He's going to come out in fourth position here.
You think? I think it might be a little bit more. Let's see. It looks like it was a decent pit stop, 4.7 seconds. But he's the time penalty as well, apparently. Oh, what?
What? No, that was last.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. I told you, he's coming out in fourth. Oh no, it's fifth.
Yeah,
I was wrong.
I think he's gonna get passed by Sahil now as well. Nope. So behind Borat, or maybe
here comes Sahil. Here comes Sahil. Whoa!
Oh, they gotta be careful now. Kia's behind Gore, and he actually ghosts into him. So we're seeing a lot of weird ghosting, lag jumping around.
Gore now, not where he wants to be here.
This is not where Gore wants to be. He wants to get past his driver, and it's going to be a struggle in the wets, and especially with Kia right behind him as well. Kia may be looking to force a mistake off of Gore.
I'm close driving here.
There's still time for Gore to get a couple positions, but I don't think he can regain third. I mean, he's not too far back from Jordan, but it's going to be one hell of a drive for sure for Gore to pick up a podium position now. As he goes under the inside of Sahil with ease. He had a lot of confidence going in that turner, and he actually, I think he may have forced Sahil into that wall there, but looks like no damage was taken. Sahil, though, he will attack back soon, I hope. And Kia is also behind these drivers, looking to pounce on a mistake if anything does happen, but Gore already speeding almost 1 second ahead.
Out in front, all by himself in the Alpha.
Terry
just a confident
picks up
drive.
The fastest lap again, even faster than before.
Oof.
Terry is just one hell of a machine right now. Thank God him and Shenzhen are not teammates, otherwise there would be no competition at all. But Terry, wow. He's having a very excellent drive tonight. And that just shows the quality of Tier 1. We have so many people doing excellent driving tonight. And we haven't seen a virtual safety car or a safety car, so very clean from everyone as well.
Late stages of the race here. 6 laps left.
Closest battle we can watch is Chipsy and Righteous and
Kia Sahil.
Kia Sahil. Gore 3 seconds away from Borat, but can he catch up to him is the question.
Gore is great in the rain, and
Something
he's probably a little aggravated. So
Critical has to move out of the way now, but let's see. Will he do it safely? Is the question. I believe that is Chipsy or Off the Hood actually coming right behind him. So hopefully he does get out of the way. I can't tell if there was ghosting involved in that.
Yep, and he did. He moved right out of the way. So good job on Critical there to let the driver come through.
Yep, if you're just tuning in now, this whole race has been wet for these drivers. Very big struggle. Gore having a mistake in where he is right now, costing him second position. And Critical moving out of the way again, has to make sure he doesn't crash into a new one.
Something I usually consider for driver of the day are people who have like great recovery drives, or people who make their way up the field, like Off the Hood up 7 positions, Kia up 8 positions, Terry up 8 positions. But for a driver of the day tonight, like right now, it's Chen for me, because it's his first race here. He's introducing himself to the field and just stomping it down. 30-second lead over Terry. And
yeah,
what's up, Ark? My name's Chen. Nice to meet you.
I mean, Terry, I would probably think of him as definitely a very good candidate. Getting
For
fastest
sure.
lap
Great drive.
right now. But we'll have to see what happens. Shenzhen can still grab it from him. Yeah, still behind Sahil. I don't know if he really is going for this move. It's just been behind Sahil this whole time. Only a few laps remain of this round 1 race.
So Van, I forget, what team are you driving for in Tier 2 Season 4?
I will be driving in McLaren with another Tier 1 driver, or former Tier 1, Kublai.
Nice, that's right, Team Turkey.
Yep, we're hoping to have a good start Sunday night. And Gore picks up a time penalty, so Borat, I believe, also has one, but we'll have to see how that affects the standings once they cross the finish line here. So, yeah, things are starting to heat up. Borat's catching up to Gore. He'll have an opportunity to get past him, and looks like he has finally caught up to Sahil, but the thing is, like, I don't see him ever getting past him. I don't think he wants to get past him, really. It might, just because it's so rainy, it just might be too risky to go cross him. Of course, we have that penalty from Sahil, so that's probably what Kia knows from asking Jeff.
He might just be waiting for Sahil to make a mistake. Kia knows Sahil well. They've raced together for an entire season at Racing Point in Tier 2, so he's inside Sahil's head. Sahil knows who's behind him, and I think he's just going to bide his time and wait. He's in Sahil's head right now. I could see it. I'm watching from Kia's point of view. I could just see it. I can hear Kia laughing right now in his team radio. It's almost like he's in the chat with us.
Someone we haven't talked much about this race, Tack, sitting in 13th. Only up 1 position from the start. Not the best of races for him. Ficklin as well, only up 1 position as well, so not the races these two were hoping for. Terry again picking up fastest lap, even going way like 2 times faster. I mean, honestly, that's just my opinion, showing that Terry deserves driver of the day maybe, but I mean, it's very close between Chen and Terry. These drivers, very consistent, very fast. It's tough to call for sure. And down the grid again, Kia, not all the way behind the hill. That's a weird line to take.
Gap is opened up again, though. And Chipsy might be getting a little look at Righteous Fire in a moment.
Yep, can he secure his first point in the Tier 1?
That'd be huge, I would think. On a night like tonight, with this weather the way it is, picking up a point.
But Chipsy does have
That's
6
a win.
seconds worth of penalties, so...
Oh my.
Let me see if Righteous has any.
He has none.
Yep, Righteous has none, so Chipsy getting that point, it's going to be tough for him unless someone spins. And it looks like Doff and Kia and now Sahil kind of closing in together. Doff.
Doff has a time penalty, Kia doesn't. And Sahil has one. So, again, maybe Kia is aware of Sahil's time penalty, and, he's a good 3.5 seconds back from Borat. And he's not going to catch him, so just stay behind Sahil if you know you have the penalty.
Yeah. Though he does have to worry about Doff, who's going to be looking to make a move himself,
Yep.
maybe.
So maybe Kia then makes the move soon here. You can hear Doth in his rear there, the engine sound. Still riding along
And
with
I
Kia,
think
seeing if he can do
Off the Hood
anything.
is going to make the move, maybe. He's looking for it. Nope. Blazing.
Nope.
See. Come on, guys. Let's see some action. Let's see some risk.
Let's go. It's 2 laps left. Throw it all the way right now for us. Oh, Kia so close to Sahil, and Doth so close to him.
Borat picks up a penalty, so there goes his chance of...
He's got 9 seconds, so he's gonna fall down behind Sahil, behind Kia, and behind Doth.
You're right.
Well, actually, I don't know with their penalties. I can't do that. I can't figure it out right now. There's just too many penalties.
I think he'll lose only to Kia at the moment. Love to see. There's only 2 laps remaining. Gore, looks like Gore might be taking a move on Off the Hood. Off the Hood doing a good job as well in 4th. I believe he started somewhere in like 9th. Yeah, Gore's all on the back of Off the Hood right now. See down here, yeah, it's the hill and off.
Here comes Gore. He goes through.
On the outside.
No, defended well on the inside from Off the Hood. Oh, Gore has a moment. Gets a little loose there coming through turn 2. Something to watch further down. Chipsy, he wants to close up this gap on Righteous and he wants those points.
Terry picks up a time penalty, but that won't matter.
Now 31 seconds behind and 12 seconds ahead, so he's safe.
Gypsy up behind Righteous, but really making a move won't matter too much as we're on to the final lap here of this race. All the drivers definitely must be happy that this is almost over, as the
Yes.
flag happened there with Gore and looked like he was about to spin.
Well, Van, it's been fun our first night together.
Yeah.
Wasn't so hard. It wasn't too bad, I don't think.
Not much incidents happened, but...
Yep. And we get a good look at what we're up against.
Gore spun again.
No!
He's into the wall. He might lose out now. He's losing out of position to Gore, but what about Sahil and Kia? Let's see, does he have wing damage? Okay, he might not have wing damage. Oh, he does. 83% on both wings. He has to pit. There's no... I mean, maybe he doesn't have... No.
He just has to bring it home, but...
Even if he does
Can he get
that, he's
home
going to
without
get
losing
passed
more
by
positions?
everyone. Everyone will get past him, I think, because how slow it's going to be in that wet condition. Wow. Big rip to Gore. I mean, I know he's very... he likes the rain, so, I mean... You hate to see it. Hopefully he doesn't speed into the pits. He doesn't, but there he goes. He's going to be falling down the grid order. He retires from the session. Yeah, I mean... I definitely would not be happy about that as well. That's really unfortunate from Gore there, as...
Can we get an F in chat for Twink Tucker? F in chat for Twink Tucker.
I think this is the first race Gore might not score a point in Tier 1.
You hate to see it.
And it happened in a full wet race, so there's some drama right now at the end of this race here. And here we go. Your race winner is going to be Chen J, taking his debut win here as he flips out on track for that first ever win in our league.
Debut race, debut win. Hell-O-A-R-C.
There's still quite tiny bit of action. Sahil actually lost... Oh, Sahil lost 2 positions to Kia and Doff, so he may have missed that.
Must have had a moment there.
Yeah, we must have missed that one talking about Gore or something, but Excellent job by Chenjin there to grab the win. Thierry will pick up the second place, and then Jordan will pick up the third podium. Off the hood with an excellent fourth finish home in the run-up. And it doesn't seem like any of these drivers will make any last-minute overtakes. I think everyone will want to play it safe. No. Higginson ends off the hood picks
Wow.
up a 5-second penalty for
Kia
insert.
into the points, up 10 positions. Well done.
Yep, he will gain that position, so he will gain 5th. And Borat loses out on 2 positions now. Oh, even more! He goes down
I
from
told
5th
you, man. I told you he was going to drop
wow.
down, man. He
Wow,
had 9
what
seconds
a
of
drop.
penalties.
He will not
I
be
was doing the
happy.
math on the leaderboard.
Wow, he will not.
Oh, sorry,
be
Borat. You were up there, man. Great race. Unfortunate ending for you.
Critical finishes his first Tier 1 race.
Wow. Kia Marak. Great drive, Kia. Global Spec Response Racing.
What a race that is the first round
Kia.
over. These drivers must be glad it's over. I would be glad.
Yeah, I'm glad it's over. As soon as we're done here, I'm shutting it down and packing up the desk. Well, season 4 for Apollo Racing, and that was a fun one. You know, again, short season, 2020 coming out July. Is it July 10th or July 3rd? It's July 3rd for me because I have it from the Fanatec wheel I bought. But I believe it's July 10th release.
Around then.
So you will see us the end of July starting our first F1 2020 races.
Yep, and let's get these interviews underway.
Now, do you know who you want to talk to?
Yeah, I want to talk to Chenge and Thierry probably, and Gore if he is somehow in here. Let's grab a Chenge.
He may not want to talk to us tonight, so we'll have to see.
I really tried to abuse the jam.
Chen, you're in an interview. What's up?
Hey, good evening, Chen. Welcome to the interview channel.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, man, just wanted to say, great race. First race with ARC. Well, first full race that we didn't ask you to retire from. And, you know, you just dominant performance all night long. Driver of the day for me. Just great introduction to say, hello, everyone. I'm here. Let's race. And great race.
Yeah, thanks. I was really scared that Gore was going to get me a few times, especially when I hit the wall.
After the pit stop, I wasn't sure the pit stop was going to work out so well for him, and he ended up coming back on you about a half a second, and I thought there was a chance, and then you just put it down again. Within 2 laps, you had a second and a half on him, then 3, and then unfortunately he spun twice after that, retired from the session.
I think I thought he was on for a definite P2, and then he bottled it, I guess.
Yeah, just not his night, but great race though. Just that's all I really can say about that.
Yeah,
thank you.
I'm gonna move you back in, but welcome, Dar, I guess.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, have a good night.
All right, let's grab Thierry. If this Discord will move him. No. I can't move him. I don't know why.
Okay, give me a second. I will try to do it. Good evening, Terry. Welcome to the interview channel.
Hi.
Hey, man, great race. Driver of the day for Van over here, I think, right, Van?
Yeah, I mean, you're my top choice. I mean, you gained so many positions and you got that fastest lap. So really excellent job.
Back and forth, you were just trading those fastest laps. So way to throw it down tonight and have a great wet race.
It was pretty much boring after I overtook everyone, and I was just trying to get fastest lap because there was nothing else to do.
Yeah, 30 seconds ahead of you, 12 seconds behind you. I saw you pick up a time penalty there, and we're like, well, that doesn't even matter at this point. So
exactly, that's I was checking my gap behind. I was like, do I really care about getting a win?
Nope.
Really. Exactly.
So you might as well just keep pushing for that fastest lap. So great job tonight, man.
Exactly. Thanks, man. Pretty happy to be on the podium.
Yeah. We're glad to have you here full time this season, man.
Thanks. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have a good night.
Thank you too.
All right. Let's grab Gore. I can move him. Gore, hello.
Hello, guys.
I think you know what we're gonna ask.
Yeah, let's see.
Go for it. Yeah.
What happened?
Well,
spot.
let's pull out the excuse gang first, and that I loaded the wrong setup. But in all reality, yeah, Chen was faster. I think I might have been able to get him in qualifying. I was up 2/10 on my delta, and then I don't know if you guys were watching the lap. I lost it in turn 4, but I had like an awesome turn 1. And then, yeah, in the race, I was it was hard initially. It was lagging a bit, and the spray was kind of. So I kind of backed off a little bit, and then I was trying to get him in the pit stop. I pitted like 3 laps early, but he was just way too fast. And yeah, dominant victory, absolutely deserved. Yeah, I never spun in the rain before, and I spun twice, so I'm very disappointed. And that was just sheer incompetence. Lost it on my own. So yeah.
And we were pretty hyped there after your pit stop. I wasn't sure that your pit stop timing was going to work out, and then you were a half second back on Chen when you came out, and it was like, oh, this is it. He's gonna. You know, and I imagine that's probably what led to the first spin. You were really probably pushing there.
You know what? I wish I could say that, but after that, I picked up a penalty, I think, when I was like, I fell back to 7/10 and I picked up a penalty, and I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to be able to pull a 3-second gap. I'll take second place and relax. And as I said that, I went through turn 1 and spun. So, yeah, just.
You love to see it.
You do love it. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Twink Tucker in the wall.
Don't worry, man. This next week, and I can't wait to see, these battles that are going to shake out in tier 1. Like the competition is stiff, like the way it shook out tonight. Sure. So have fun this season. I know it's a short one, so enjoy it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Yep.
You too.
All right. So that ends tier 1 stream tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's been Fife and Ban. We will see you next Wednesday at 9 for I believe, what race is it? It's going to be Baku, I think.
I'm not sure, honestly, but I would like to plug that, Sunday night, 9 p.m. here on Apollo Racing on Twitch. You can join us for tier 2. It's going to be another wet one, so come watch us spin out.
Good night, guys.
Good night.